Looking at the measurements of arcs and the central and inscribed angles, we're going to talk about all of these things in terms of degrees. So we're going to talk about the arc in terms of degrees. We're going to talk about the angles in terms of degrees, okay? Eventually, we'll talk about arcs in terms of their actual length, and then we'll talk about things like centimeters or meters or feet and that kind of thing. But for right now, we're just going to talk about these things from the perspective of degrees, of angles, okay? So the measure of an arc is the same as its central angle. So if an arc is formed with a central angle, the measurements are the same. So the angle measurement for the angle and the angle measurement for the arc will be identical when we're talking about a central angle, okay? For an inscribed angle, the inscribed angle is going to be half the measurement of the arc, okay? So whatever arc we're talking about that's formed by an inscribed angle, well, the arc measurement and the inscribed angle is half of the arc. Or going the other way, we would say that the arc is twice the measurement of the inscribed angle. Okay, so that's the relationship that these have. The central angle is the same as the arc, but the inscribed angle is half the arc, or the arc is double the inscribed angle. Okay. So if I take a look at these guys, once again, I want to find the value of x. And the first thing I need to do is just decide what kind of angle am I talking about. Is this a central angle or is this an inscribed angle? And so for this first one, this is a central angle because the angle is at the center of the circle, okay? So the point of the angle is at the center. This is a central angle. The relationship between the arc and the angle, well, they're the same. And so a central angle, this guy and this guy have to be the same. And notice that arc is formed by that central angle. So in this case, x equals 70 degrees. Okay? The central angle and the arc have the same measurement. That's it. If I look at the next one, I'm comparing these things. Well, what kind of angle is this? When we look at this guy, notice all the points for this angle are on the circle itself, which means this is an inscribed angle. So when we look at this arc and the angle, well, the relationship is that the angle is half the arc, or that the arc is twice the angle here. So for this one, x is going to equal 76 degrees, okay? And again, it's 76 degrees because the relationship here is that the angle is half. So if this is 76 degrees, well, half of that is the 38, or twice the 38 is the 76. So it's that kind of relationship of being 1/2 versus double. And if I look at the last one here, again, what kind of angle is this? Well, all 3 points of the angle are on the circle itself, which means this is an inscribed angle, okay? And so an inscribed angle, the relationship is, well, the angle is half of the arc. So if the arc this time is 110, well, then the angle, the inscribed angle, is going to be 55 degrees, okay? That's the relationship, okay? So central angle is the same, all right? Inscribed angles are half of that arc.